Amanda. This is Mike from Stagecoach Road Vintage Sewing Machine, and here is your beautiful Singer 201 done, sewing great, and ready to come home. And this is the final test before we pack her up to ship her out to you. And in this test, we're going to go over the basic operation of the machine, how to wind the bobbin, how to thread the machine, how to work the various controls. Basically just how to sew on this machine. And you may already know all of this, but yeah. So your bobbin is below the slide plate. Just lift it out. And that one's got to lower the thread on it, so let's choose a different one. That one's got a load of thread on it too. There we go. This one has been marked by somebody with nail polish so that they would know that it was theirs. Okay, to wind a bobbin, this is your bobbin winder here, and the hand wheel is what operates the bobbin winder. To not disconnect, but to disengage the hand wheel from the rest of the machine so the whole machine is not cycling while you wind the bobbin, we're going to declutch the machine by turning the chrome knob in the center of the hand wheel towards you, half a turn or so, until you feel it hit its stop. Now the hand wheel is disengaged, so you can turn the hand wheel and the rest of the machine is stationary. Put your spool on the, let's see, put your spool of thread on the bobbin winder thread spool and go between the discs of the bobbin tensioner. Put the thread through the hole in the side of the bobbin from the inside towards the out. And hold on to that little tail of thread. Push it on the bobbin winder and turn the winder until the keeper pin on the winder drops into the slot in the side of the bobbin. Now press the bobbin winder in until the rubber tire makes contact with the hand wheel and this little finger drops down into the bobbin. And this finger, as the bobbin fills with thread, is going to get pushed further and further up until when it's full, it's going to pop loose and not just make a snarly mess all over your sewing station. Take up the slack here. Make sure you're still in your tensioner. Now holding on to that tail of thread there, we're plugged in. Yes, we're plugged in. We've got foot control. holding on to that tail of thread, give it a little gas. Winding nice and evenly. Okay, that's more than plenty for our test. Snip off that little tail of thread that we're holding on to. Now, with the thread coming off the top of the bobbin in this direction, drop it into the bobbin race, and there's a little slot in the side of the bobbin race over in this corner you want to direct your thread into, and oh, it's over here. And up under that flat leaf spring, which is your lower tension. Then we'll just leave that dangling for now. To thread the machine, put your spool on the spool pin. Go into this thread guide at the top here. Go between the discs of the tension assembly all the way around till you pick up this little thin check spring here. And pull it on up until your thread goes into the notch at the top. Then you'll see the little spring moves when you pull on the thread. Go through the take up lever from the right to the left. Go down into this thread guide on the face plate, and it just slip the thread in from the side. Go into this. Oh, also retighten that clutch knob in the center of the hand wheel. Go into this thread guide and this thread guide on the needle clamp. And on this machine, it threads from the right to the left, which is opposite a lot of machines. Important thing to know. If you have a hard time seeing the eye of the needle, put a piece of white paper behind it. And it shows up real good. Now, holding your thread loosely, turn the hand wheel towards you one full revolution. The needle will take the thread down where the hook will pick it up, wrap it around the bobbin, and bring up your lower thread. There it is, your lower thread. Put the thread between the toes of the presser foot towards the back of the machine, and you're ready to sew. But first, let's look at the stitch length adjuster. From the center position going down, your stitches get longer and longer and longer and longer till your longest stitches are at the very bottom. From the center position going up, your stitches get longer and longer and longer, but in reverse. If you want your reverse stitches to be exactly the same length as your forward stitches, set your stitch length and then loosen this thumb screw and slide it up until the plate inside makes contact with the lever. Tighten it down, and now your reverse stitches are the same length as your forward. But we're going to leave it wide open so we can do whatever in the world we want. We're going to go to about 2.5 stitches per inch on your stitch length, which is pretty much ballpark for a regular threaded fabric. And this is what we're going to be sewing on today. It's sheeting. Your tension ballpark right tension is going to be about 3. If you're sewing different material, you may need more or less to make your bottom stitch come out balanced with the top. This is the pressure on your sewing foot. If you need a little more pressure from some fabric you're sewing, tighten it down in the clockwise position. If you want less tension, you turn it in the counterclockwise position, and that lets pressure off. So, all that being said, let's put the fabric under the needle, lower the pressure foot using the lever on the back, and let's sew a stitch. This is such a sweet machine, so smooth and strong. I just love this machine. Yeah, that looks nicely balanced on both sides. A little more stitch length. Oops. Reverse, forward, reverse, forward. Now, if you happen to be patching or darning or applique or quilting or something where you want to be able to move the fabric around instead of the machine moving it, the feed drop on this machine is on the bottom. It's right here. Loosen this thumb screw all the way. Drop the feed. Drop the feed, and then screw it into the down position like that. Now you're in control of the fabric, and you're going to want to let off most of the pressure on your sewing foot. Now you're in control. Draw pictures, write your name, or whatever you want to do. You're in control. And then when you're ready to go back to regular sewing, bring the as much pressure as you need to move your fabric along with authority. All right, what did I do? Then loosen the screw on your feed drop all the way. Raise the feed drop. Tighten the screw back down. And you're back to regular sewing. Your light switch is here. Your cord plugs in back here. This is just a really, really, really good sewing machine, and I think you're going to like it. So Amanda, thank you so much for supporting what we do here. You make it possible for us to keep doing what we love doing, and this is it. So we'll get her packed up and send her on home.